Hi everybody, my name is Chef Fernando Mojica with Escoffier Online. So today we're going to talk a little bit about storing and freezing products. So let's talk about fruit and vegetables, all right? So of course there's different types of fruits and vegetables out there. So and each different type has different requirements for proper storage and freezing, okay? So let's talk about vegetables for a little bit. So different types of vegetables like root vegetables like onions and garlic and potatoes, okay? You can actually keep those at a higher temperature, so you can actually keep those between 40 and 50 degrees. You can actually keep those outside the cooler, outside the refrigerator, as long as the humidity is not too bad and the heat is not too bad. For example, the potatoes, the starch component, you don't want those on the refrigeration, because what's going to happen is that all that starch is going to actually start to react to the cold and is going to start to spoil faster. Products like the celery, the carrots, the tomatoes, all those types of vegetables, you can need to have those under refrigeration between 36 and 40 degrees. You want to make sure that you have all your poultry on one shelf, all your chicken, all your meat on one shelf, all your vegetables on one shelf. Same thing, you wouldn't really freeze those because they're going to react different to different temperatures. Products like the mushrooms and the lettuces, you want to make sure that they're under refrigeration, but that they have room to breathe. This is going to prevent the humidity from getting too high and spoil them out. Products like herbs, you don't want to freeze them. Definitely don't freeze fresh herbs. Fresh herbs should always be under refrigeration, but never frozen. You want to just kind of keep them in a plastic bag. That will be fine. But the fruits, as far as like the pineapples, the apples, the oranges, things like that, you want the same thing, keep them on the refrigeration. You wouldn't never freeze frozen fruit unless you macerate them. What I mean by macerate them is you add a little bit of sugar and a little bit of liquid to them, and then it will be able to freeze. Other than that, you never will freeze them, because again, all the sugars are going to react to the low temperature, and it's going to spoil all the fruit. So you want to keep them on the refrigerator. Now, fruits like apples and avocados and bananas, you want to keep those separate from the rest of the fruits and the rest of the vegetables. The reason is because they let a lot of ethylene gas, which is actually a safe gas, but what happens is that particular gas will make other food spoil faster. As far as products that freeze well, really the only products that freeze well as far as food's concerned are the proteins. So all your fish, all your meats, all your poultries, those will freeze well. They're holy shape. As far as the fruits and the vegetables, again, you really wouldn't want to freeze them unless the vegetables are partly blanched, and that's a big if. Fruits, it has to be macerated before you freeze it. I really hope you learn a lot out of different ways to properly store and freeze foods. Again, my name is Chef Fernando Mojica with Escoffier Online, and thank you for joining us.